Kind of a seasonable day out there. Call it hockey weather or something like that. Gray skies, cool temperatures, even the rare sight of some rain settling in across the metro area today. More of that rain. It's kind of a foreign concept coming back to Colorado sometime this week. Corey Reppenhagen, maybe we could see it back here tomorrow.
We will see it here tomorrow. You know, we just had the driest November through March in Colorado history. We have not seen much in the way of rain or snow, but we had both today. We just had, not long ago, a very good snow shower here across Copper Mountain Resort. This is a live camera shot right now. You can see the snow has kind of stopped falling, but the cats are up on the hill getting it ready for tomorrow. That's right, they're going to be open tomorrow. They got 7 more days of skiing at Copper Mountain before we close the door on this awful ski season. Here is the current temperatures across the Denver metro area. We're down into the 40s and will ultimately be in the 30s once the sun comes up tomorrow. These are our coldest temperatures of the morning, 30s across the Denver metro area and much of the Front Range, very close to freezing. If there's any precip, you might see a mix of rain and snow in there at times, and there is some chances for precipitation early in the morning here in the Denver metro area. Cloud layer will be nice and low and cold. We'll see that in the morning. In the afternoon, the chances go up, and once we get into the afternoon and late evening hours, that's your best chance to see some precipitation here across the Denver area. And we'll have an isolated chance on Tuesday afternoon and maybe even Wednesday afternoon. So rain chances do stay in the forecast, a little bit warmer these 2 days, but we do have one more shot the last day of April. That would be Thursday. More rain in the forecast. I'll describe that coming up in just a few minutes, Mark.
Corey, thank you. A Denver tattoo artist is turning to his work after a fire destroyed his home. Now his art is helping him get through the uncertainty. Now news reporter Colton Chavez is with us this evening. Colton, the tattoo shop is really another home for him.
Yeah, Mark, for Aaron Olstam, he says when life gets a little scratchy, getting back behind the needle is his permanent solution.
Here for the long haul, 13 years now.
Home doesn't always mean 4 walls. Sometimes it's what's on them.
I think there's just something, still magical about it. Trying to look professional today.
It's a feeling that goes deeper than the ink.
Here we go. I can come here and just kind of know what to expect and get to hustle and hang out with all my friends,
Aaron Olstam says he's seen more of the walls working at Dedication Tattoo
all the time
than at his own home after an early morning emergency changed everything.
It was like 3:45, 4 in the morning, and we heard a shaking at the window. I part the curtain, and there's just flames.
Aaron says the fire started in a trash can outside of his condo in Aurora.
I wasn't expecting to see that. We're on the 2nd floor, so, grabbed the cats, grabbed the wife, and just got out, called the fire department. As far as I know, it's like most things are gone.
Aaron took the next 2 days to sort through what's left.
And then Sunday I was like, I've got appointments, I'm going in. I knew the people on my schedule that day. It was like, I'm doing a cover up, they got a wedding coming up, I'm doing somebody's first big tattoo. So as few people as I can just appoint and just get back to what I like, the better,
Back to the place that still feels like home.
This is my comfort zone. Get back into work and make some tattoos and do what feels normal, as much as you can.
Inside the walls where ink runs thicker than blood.
We all know each other and have been involved for so long that it's just like, we're all going through something, so we can all support each other through it.
And Dedication Tattoo is actually planning a flash tattoo day to help Aaron and his family out during this uncertain time. More info on how you connect with them on 9news.com. Colton Chavez, 9 News.
It's still not clear whether Sheridan teachers will be heading back to the classroom tomorrow after reaching a tentative agreement to end their strike. The Sheridan Education Association said their members voted to ratify a tentative agreement with the district on Friday. Staff has been working without a contract since last August. The agreement includes a path for others to join, changes to district negotiating policies, as well as reinstating the contract through December. The union said members would return to work on Monday if the school board votes to ratify the agreement by then. There's been no news on whether that's happened, and the school board doesn't have a scheduled meeting until Tuesday. Reached out for answers, but haven't heard back yet. A judge has reduced the bond and ordered a mental competency evaluation for the man accused of shooting at more than a dozen cars with a pellet gun in Fort Collins. This was first reported by our partners at the Coloradan. 55-year-old Jamal Lorius was arrested last month after an investigation into cars being shot at with a pellet gun between July of 2025 and January of earlier this year. Police believe he caused more than $15,000 in damages to the cars. Court documents showed that police found several firearms and ammunition with him. In a hearing, the defense argued that Lorius's $50,000 bond was too high for the charges of just causing property damage. The judge lowered that bond to $20,000. Prosecutors plan to file more charges as more victims come forward. His next court appearance is scheduled for May 21st. 2 people are in the hospital recovering tonight after a car crashed into the second story of a church near Colorado Springs last night. This happened on Main Street in Security Widefield. Troopers say the driver of a Subaru was traveling south on Main Street when they failed to turn. Car went off a rock and launched into the second story of that church there. The car then landed on the ground. The driver is an 18-year-old man and the passenger a 14-year-old boy from Colorado Springs. They were both taken to the hospital with serious injuries. No word yet on how they're doing tonight. Moving to Washington now, and perhaps the biggest story in the country, the man accused of opening fire at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last night had aired grievances against the Trump administration in writings to family. The shooting happened last night at the Washington Hilton, where hundreds of journalists and high-profile politicians, including the president, had gathered for the annual dinner. Guests could hear shots fired as President Trump was rushed off stage. Surveillance video shows an armed man charging through a Secret Service checkpoint, raising questions and security concerns. White House officials told NBC News that 10 minutes before the attack, the suspected shooter, 31-year-old Cole Allen, sent a series of extensive thoughts to family members. He detailed his plan, alluded to grievances over a range of issues with the Trump administration, and described himself as a friendly federal assassin. Shortly after the shooting, authorities searched a home in Torrance, California, believed to be associated with him.
It's just so unreal to know that this is right here down the street, incorporated in our daily lives, and not knowing if we could have passed him in the, in the grocery store or something.
One Secret Service agent was shot in the chest while wearing his bulletproof vest. He's expected to be okay. No one else was hurt. The suspect is charged with 2 counts of using a firearm and 1 count of assault on a federal officer. He's expected in court in Washington tomorrow.